Okay guys, we're gonna start this video out and you kinda gotta get the idea of what it's gonna be about. So this is James Woodley. This was cast off of a stunt mask used for part 3 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is a stunt mask. This is a silicone piece limited to 20, number 5. And you look over here, and if you're ever fortunate enough to get an Excalibur chainsaw from Neil, then you just know how badass this thing is. And then if you look behind it, you actually got the skin and bone. There's coyote bones, the deer hide, the fur around that. It's just, these are both saws that run if you choose to run them. Obviously, for the price that I paid for both, they are just display pieces on my shelf. I was going to do this video and have all this stuff displayed on my kitchen table. It would have made a much nicer presentation, but I opted to not do it just because this saw is such a bitch to move. It's a chrome plated with painted on, covers and whatnot, and I just don't want to risk the, doing that. I'm sure I'd be okay, but it's just close quarters in the room. I don't want to hit anything. I'd be devastated. And then if you look down here is the teaser trailer mask, number 5 of that as well, and my skin and bone is number 5. So it just kind of worked out that way. And there's a real nice Savini part 2 that Savini did. Lucky enough to get that. Bam, done with that one. But anyway, so here's part 3. I've gotten everything that James Woodley and Neil have offered here. I really do like this mask. I think it was a really cool teaser trailer. The lightning hit the Excalibur. He turned around. It was just a badass trailer. Really liked it. Neil does really nice work with the stands and all that stuff. Really high quality stuff for what it is. It's all hand stitched. Very neat. And then same with this. All hand stitched, and then at the neck was all molded in stitching, I believe, for the movie. So if you look down here in this box, we have what the video is about. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this cat out. Let the cat out. Turn this around. Let's see something. And yeah, we can get cracking on this. So this came in today. There was a problem. Somebody messaged me, and I'm not going to name any names, but just kind of like drama and bullshit. I don't really feel like hearing it, whatever you're talking about. So I kind of told the person to kindly just kind of go away, because I just don't feel like dealing with the shit, to be honest with you. Enough shit going on. But anyway, this came in, and when these came in, the first batch the paint didn't look like the one that he had offered in the demo of what these masks were going to look like when they first came in. The one that first came in from James, it was number 1, and then I think there was another one matched the movie. Like, it looked identical to the stunt mask with colors, just it was more movie accurate, for color wise. So Neil wanted to make it right, and so did James. So they sent out an email to everybody who purchased one of these saying, hey, it'll take a little bit longer, maybe the second batch will be different, but if you want yours to match this mask, then it's going to take a little bit longer, but we'll make it right and we'll offer you that. So they make things right. They don't offer shit at all. Their customer service is outstanding. Neil's on his game, great guy. So is James. James is overseas, so everything takes a little while to get to Neil. Neil does a lot of the plate work. plates and nameplates, and he does all that. He makes the saws, and then James does the masks. So this is the closest that anybody's ever got to, I guess, the hero look to part 3. This is just freehand sculpted off a lot of different pictures and what have you that James did. Cool. Got my nameplate here. Let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. 5 of 50. There's 50 of these made. I think I remember him doing the video on putting this little stand together. Now watch me butcher this up. Pretty fucking simple. Pretty simple stuff here. But it's cool, man. Neil does a lot of this type of work. I think he's working on the truck for part 3 right now. Wonder if he's gonna offer those for sale. A nice little display piece. So if I remember correctly, this just sits right inside that, like that, I believe, and then the nameplate's gonna go across there as well. Kind of seeing. So let's see here. Maybe I did it wrong. No, I didn't do it wrong. And then here is the nameplate. Boom. Got some stickers. And I don't know what these little black guys are in here. Not racist. These little things. I gotta look and find out what the hell that is. But he sent me, what did he send me here? Some cards, another sticker. I love stickers. So any of you mask makers that have stickers, feel free to add some stickers in. I love the stickers. So let's see what we got here. There's something else in here. Oh no. What the fuck? Is that just in the box like that? To hold the mask? Maybe that's in there just to keep the mask upright and shipping. Obviously that's what that is. Okay, cool. I might hang on to this box too, because I gotta ship something out to a collector on Monday. A little something I don't really need anymore that I thought they could use in their display. So anyway, I'm excited to see this. Now this, I was happy with it. I basically talked to Neil a bunch and I said, look, you know, I don't need something paint-wise as accurate, because then it's just like I'm gonna have, basically it's gonna look so close to the stun mask. I know, not that that's a bad thing. I mean, you should get what you want. I'm glad he gave the people the option, so you know, people weren't upset or whatever. But I'm not gonna get upset about it. I think that this looked, when I saw it, and things always look way better in person than they do on camera, especially the shitty camera phone and or photographs, unless you have a really nice camera. But this is like black washed or whatever, and I was like, you know what, I'd rather mine look a little bit different, just because, and see, and in person, it just looks grimy. It doesn't look as black as what everybody was thinking it was. It just looks like it's aged. And honestly, dude, this is fucking badass. So the latex is very nice quality. He's foam glued the straps inside, so that's just the way that they're gonna stay. I'm gonna tie these off. It's even written inside, number 5 of 50. But this mask is very cool, very, very cool. Latex, not silicone like the other ones. They did offer options for people who couldn't afford the ones that were stitched around and painted. They offered the blanks, and then they offered this version, which is all stitched and painted by James. And then the bottom neck appliance on this actually is stitched when all the other ones weren't. So maybe the stunt had this molded in, and maybe the hero was stitched. This is kind of neat to know. And then there are certain parts of the part 3 mask that were just molded into the mold and not stitched, like right here, for instance, and right around that cheek area. But everything else, like around the nose, is my favorite part. How crunchy it looks, very cool. Like rotted skin that's just dried, very neat. Around this entire mouth, and all the way up into this region, all in here, around the nose and mouth. All of that is hand stitched, and then these little pieces, these little ear flaps, are all stitched on by hand stitch. Cannot even imagine how much shit he had to go through to fucking do that. But anyway, and then the rose, just for like to top it all off. Super fucking cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of like place it on my face, so you kind of get the idea of what it is, what it's gonna look like. But you can wear these, and honestly, it's not gonna get any better than this or closer than this to the hero. Boom! Look at that shit. Very, very creepy. Very, very well done mask. And you know, the wait is over. I'm very happy. When these guys start a project, they don't fuck around, which I really like. They keep everybody in the loop, and things just move. The nose looks amazing on this mask. How crunchy it is. James is definitely a master of his craft. Definitely a killer piece. And let me tell you something, guys. When you saw these when they were laying there, they might have looked black to you, but now that it's up close and in person, it's definitely got a really cool, almost aged look to the mask. It makes it look dirty and grungy. So now the ones that you guys are gonna get that you didn't want this one, and this is just me talking, are just gonna be brown, brown, light brown, brown. So this to me looks better. It looks like it was just, it looks a lot grungier and dirtier, and I'm glad I went this route. So, you know, if that's what you want, is the brown and the, you know, then it's good for you. I mean, you'll be happy with that because they're gonna fix them for you. But I am tickled with this. This looks very dirty, very grungy, cool as fuck. Very, very tickled to own this. Like, James, thank you very much. Neil, always a pleasure, man. You guys do great work. I was anticipating this. Actually, both of these pieces were supposed to come. I had something, I just did another video before this. We're supposed to come tomorrow, and this is supposed to come tomorrow, and then they just kind of got pushed to today. So I'm very tickled to come home, and very nice surprise for this. So we have a few more unboxings. We have one next week. Should be either midweek or a little bit, like maybe Thursday, maybe Wednesday. I'm hoping Wednesday. Then the other one should be really early in the week. And there's another piece coming from Austria. It's just got to hit the States before the tracking starts picking up. But boom, this is the Hero part 3, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface mask, number 5. So what I'm gonna do is get, I guess, a foam head, which I have under Watto over there. I can just put a black, ask my wife if she has like any black tights or some shit, and just kind of drape that over the head to kind of black it out, and then just kind of put this on and then put it on the stand, and